Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Lucy and Rich, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Lucy's ability to understand and respond to her formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Rich is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Lucy will come home with her very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session on Tuesday. Now Lucy is sitting very nicely at Rich's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash and matching pace with you, and the command is Lucy heel. Now at this point Lucy has a job to do, and that is to remain even with Rich's left leg when they're walking. So she should never be dragging you down the street. She shouldn't be all distracted, putting her nose on the ground, lunging out at other people or dogs or kids or bikes. She should be more focused on you and matching pace with you. When you stop your feet, if you notice, she sits without being told to wait for her next command. So this is your heeling exercise, and you're going to be practicing this exercise every time that you take her for a walk. Now the next exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. Start out at about 20 seconds with this sit-stay and work all the way up to 3 minutes, so that's your homework. When Rich returns back to Lucy, he will walk all the way around her, and she should remain seated until he gets back and gives her another command. So we're using a lot of praise with Lucy. We're not using treats, but she does love to please. She loves to give kisses. You can just tell the pep in her step that she's having fun with this, and that's what we want it to continue to be. Now Rich will leave her in another sit-stay. And this time, instead of returning back to her, we're going to demonstrate her come on command. She should come right in front, and she should sit facing your knees. And this eliminates all the jumping. Always 4 feet firmly on the ground. She really is a darling, and I think that you're going to be very happy with what she's accomplished and proud of her, and we just want to keep you on the right track with her going forward. And again, Rich will demonstrate the come on command, or what we call the recall. Stay. So he leaves her in a sit-stay, he turns to face her, then he does use her name and a happy voice, and she's to come right in front and sit. And then she goes back to heel position and back sitting. She's so sweet. Now the next commands that we're going to be demonstrating for you are probably the most used commands other than the heel at home. And those are the down commands. So the first down that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with your dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word firm command to down and stay. Now your long down stay, she's going to hold longer than the sit stay, and you can practice this right in your living room. Start out at about 2 minutes and work all the way up to 5 minutes. When Rich returns back to her, he walks all the way around her exactly as he did on the sit stay, returning back to heel position, and at this point you have to tell her what you want her to do. So you can leave her again in a stay, you can tell her to heel, but once you get back to those shoulders, then she expects you to tell her what you're going to do next. So again, with her seated at your left, left open palm, straight down toward the ground, the one-word command to down and stay. And as you get more familiar with your commands and you're practicing and you're being successful, you're going to mix the commands up so she's not anticipating. And this time Rich will call her out of that down. And she comes right in and sits. And you hear Rich talking to her, praising her, motivating her as we're going forward. He's doing it quietly. He's not amping her up to the point that she's out of control, but he's letting her know that he's pleased with her. Now, the very last command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. So with her seated at your left, you leave her in a sit-stay, and you're going to turn to face her. It's the only time that you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and you're going to give her that down command from a distance, and that was beautifully done. Couldn't get much prettier than that. So we have demonstrated for you Lucy's heel, her automatic sit, her sit stay, her down from a heel, her down from a distance, her down stays, and her come. These are the exercises that you're going to be practicing with her when she comes home. And we're also going to send home a great packet of information for you to help your life with Lucy just keep getting better and better. We've really enjoyed having her. She's a sweetheart. And thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.